Welcome to the Light Tube Sports Network and Tullahoma Wildcat Baseball. Along with producer Chris Barstad and Ken Keller, I'm Scott Chasteen. Tonight, a crucial District 8 AAA contest between the Tullahoma Wildcats and the Lincoln County Falcons. We are live at Grider Stadium, Mathis Field, inside the Benz Jordan press box to bring you this exciting baseball action tonight. Tullahoma and Lincoln County. Ken, it's getting down to crunch time here as we head to into the second half of the district season. Everybody's playing for seeding in the standings and a better spot in the tournament.
They sure are, and this is a great matchup tonight between the district leading Lincoln County Falcons. They come in, Scott, 5-1 in district play. Tullahoma at 4-2. So Tullahoma has swept Franklin County and Coffee County, their rivals. They were swept by former Tullahoma head coach Brad White in Lawrence County, thus that 4-2 record coming into tonight.
So if you're sitting at home and pondering the evening's activities, ponder on down to Grider Stadium. You got to go on GoFan and get your ticket. And beautiful night for baseball here in southern Middle Tennessee. Originally scheduled for a 6:30 start. The JV game ended a little early, so they moved it up to 6:15. And so we're just about set to go. It's baseball time in Tullahoma, and Lincoln County steps to the plate with the leadoff hitter Tyler Anderson. Anderson leads off for Lincoln County against Tullahoma's starting pitcher, Trenton Sholey. Sholey on the mound for the Wildcats, long, lanky right-hander. And Anderson batting from the right side.
Yeah, Scott, we saw Sholey 2 weeks ago against Coffee County here in that Tullahoma 4-0 win. William Zebick went the first 6 innings. Sholey nailed down the 7th in the relief effort.
Sholey delivers an 0-1 count. It's fouled right back up this way. Quickly ahead in the count is Sholey 0-2 to Anderson.
Yeah, so due to some pitching injuries to some of the Wildcats' top pitchers, Sholey has now moved from the relief role to a starter here in the first game of this series.
Sholey delivers the 0-2 pitch to Anderson, grounded to short. Gobbled up, throw to first, low. Error on the throw, and Anderson will reach at first base, and Lincoln County has the leadoff runner on board here.
Yeah, Dillahay just threw that ball in the dirt. First baseman, the freshman over there for Tullahoma, number 27, could not dig it up out of the dirt. That's Jaron Morris. So E-charge the shortstop, not a good way to start Tullahoma defensively. Scott, they were awesome on defense against the Red Raiders 2 weeks ago in that game we saw here.
And let's take a look at that Tullahoma defense.
Yeah, for Tullahoma tonight, you want to go around and cover the positions there?
For the Wildcats at first is Jaron Morris. At second, Jacob Dixon. The shortstop is DJ Dillahay. And third base is Brody Melton. For the Wildcats in right field is James Sells. The center fielder is Joe Duncan. The left fielder, Jackson Sheffield. Behind the plate is Caden Tucker. And again on the mound for the Cats, Trenton Sholey. So there's your defense for Tullahoma, 0-1 count. On the second batter for the Lincoln County Falcons, and that is Miles Smith, the shortstop. Smith batting for Lincoln County. 0-1 the count. High ball 2, or 1-1 the count now on Smith with a runner at first. Nobody out here. We're in the top of the first, no score at Grider Stadium.
Yeah, tough break for Sholey. He had the leadoff batter there, Anderson, 0-2 before that grounder to the short. So he's now on first. Is Anderson on the error?
Sholey's pitch is outside, handled well by Tucker. The count goes to 2-1.
So Morris gets to start at first base tonight. He's a freshman. He played third base 2 weeks ago when we saw him. So they moved him around first, third, and he's played some catcher this year for the Wildcats as well.
Yeah, he and Melton have swapped places here. Melton at third, Morris at first. 3-1 to count now on Smith. So Sholey working his way into a little bit of a jam here in the top of the first.
He sure is. And, we were a couple years ago, I think, down in Lincoln County when Parker Webb is on deck, and he hit a home run in that contest down in Lincoln County.
Swung on and missed by Smith. The count is full with nobody out. Yeah, like Tullahoma, Lincoln County, multiple football players on this baseball team, including Parker Webb. Played quarterback for the Falcons. Counted for about 80% of their offense, which wasn't much. 3-2 pitch, called strike three. Smith doesn't necessarily agree. Looked good from up here. One down here in the top of the first with Anderson at first.
Yeah, definitely a backwards K right down the pipe. Fastball on a 3-2. I don't know what the batter was looking for. Maybe he thought a curveball was coming, but that was just a straight heat down the pipe, and he took that called third right down the middle.
So Webb steps in with a runner at first and one out.
Well, that's a nice bounce back by Sholey. He was down 3-1, but certainly you don't want two runners to be on with no outs, so that changes the inning a little bit here with just one on and one out.
Double play opportunity for the Wildcats now as Sholey's curveball sinks over the right side of the plate. 0-1.
Yeah, nice hook right there on the first pitch on the outside corner. So getting ahead on Parker Webb. You don't want to put a fastball down the middle on this guy.
Sholey delivers a little high. 1-1 to count.
Yeah, Sholey's got that quick arm, so pretty good velocity up here. I don't know how fast he's throwing, but I'm going to guess maybe mid-80s, possibly.
Strike two. Beautiful pitch from Sholey. Ken, that's about the speed you throw in coach pitch, isn't it? Mid-80s?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that had some that was a high one, man, right across the letters, but the umpire called it. So 1-2, two curveballs for strikes here. Let's see what he throws him.
Well, we like those wide plates. Let's get these
do.
young men hitting. This one's a little bit high and inside. 2-2 now, the count on Webb.
Yeah, even though he got the strike call on the pitch before that, when he's leaving, he's not following through. He's leaving that curveball hanging. So let's keep an eye on that trend and hope it changes.
Chance Atchley on deck for the Falcons. One down here in the top of the first, no score. 2-2 the count on Parker Webb. Trenton Sholey on the mound for the Wildcats. Anderson small lead at first. Called strike three. Another beautiful called third strike from Sholey. Two down now in the top of the first.
Yeah, that backwards K is your best friend right there, right on the outside corner. Some heat there, and that's back-to-back strikeouts looking there against the Falcons here.
So Sholey going deep in the count, but getting the outs. Two down now. And Atchley, Chance Atchley steps in. Bats from the left side.
You see your cleanup guy that bats fourth. Normally your power hitter, so let's see. He hits it from the left side.
He looks like he's got some power.
Yeah, thick frame, big base there.
Another football player for the Falcons. Actually fouls it out of play down the third base side.
He had a healthy rip at that one. Just missed it.
You can watch the replay of this game on LightTube Channel 23 next week sometime, likely.
Well, leadoff batter reached on an error. Tullahoma trying to make him be stranded here.
A lot of foul balls coming off the bats of Lincoln County Falcons, and Sholey is quickly ahead of Atchley 0-2. It
was nice down there. We went down to concession and got us a a drink and a delicious hamburger and saw Mr. Baseball, Jerry Mathis, down there, and we talked to him pregame.
Sholey's 0-2 pitch is tipped, foul tipped. Tucker couldn't quite hang on, so 0-2 count. Mr. Baseball, Mathis.
Yeah, Jerry Mathis. And
sporting them championship rings.
Yes, he was. Tullahoma State champions in 1974 and 1990.
Sholey delivers right back through the middle, base hit. Anderson will round second, head to third. Throw is cut off, not cut off, but Anderson safely into third. And actually has the first hit of the game. A true single right back through the box. Lincoln County runners at first and third with 2 outs. And Nate McAdams will step in. McAdams is the first baseman for the Falcons.
And so Ashley single there puts runners on the corners here, 2 outs. Tullahoma trying to get out of it here in the top of the first, no score. Between 2 very good teams in this district. Lawrence County, or Lincoln County comes in only with the loss to Lawrence County. They split their 2-game series. Tullahoma's last district play, they were swept by Lawrence County last week.
There's a grounder to short. Dillahay gets to it. He'll go to second just in time to get the runner. And that'll take care of the Falcons in the top of the first. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left. Tullahoma comes to bat, scoreless from Grider Stadium on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $12 a month, along with your digital television service, Light Tube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time. Receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add Light Tube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
We move to the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Wildcats, Jackson Sheffield against Lincoln County right-hander Parker Webb. Jacob Dixon is on deck. DJ Dillahay in the hole as Tullahoma bats for the first time. Ball 1 to Sheffield.
Yeah, Parker Webb got an excellent fastball. He's around 90 miles an hour on his best day, and he can bring it.
Sheffield pops it high, out of down the third baseline, just out of play, inside the Wildcat dugout. So Sheffield 1-1 count.
And the third baseman Will Harwell ran out of real estate over there on that third base dugout, right in front of the Wildcat bench.
Webb, the 1-1 count. Again, fouled out of play down the third base. And Sheffield in 1-2 now. I think Webb is, something comes to my mind that he might have signed with somebody as in baseball, but I'm not sure who.
Got a good live arm. He's their ace, so the Falcons going to try to steal one on the road in the first game of this 2-game set.
Sheffield battling in there, fouls it off again. 1-2 the count.
No, you wonder sometimes that's the dilemma that these coaches have. You know, do you throw your ace? But certainly, I think it made it easier. 70% chance of rain. You may not even play tomorrow, so they moved their ace up to throw here and play the sure game. So I think that's a smart move on their behalf.
1-2 count to Sheffield. Just missed the outside corner. 2-2 on the sophomore. Sheffield, a left-hander. Batting anyway. And fouls it off again. So making Webb work.
Sure is. Make him throw some pitches. That's 3 foul balls. This at bat. 6 total pitches.
Sholey threw 19 pitches in the top of the first. And Sheffield steps back in. Webb delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out.
Yeah, you was wondering when that was going to come. He saw about 3 fastballs in a row, and he threw a beautiful curveball in the inside corner and got Sheffield off balance on that one. Yeah, swinging K.
Way out in front. So Jacob Dixon steps in with 1 out, nobody on.
Well, if you have two effective pitches, I mean, with the 90-mile-an-hour fastball with a curveball that effective and you can locate it, that's a dangerous combination.
Webb's pitch, fastball, strike one.
Yeah, so we saw Dixon a couple weeks ago. This is our second telecast for Light Tube of the season. He had 3 base hits in the Coffee County game that was here 2 weeks ago.
Went 3 for 4. He's in the hole 0-2 here quickly.
Yeah. Heater on the outside corner and a curveball outside corner.
Jacob Dixon, Jr. Fouls it out of play. May reach the football field.
Well, Tullahoma beat Coffee County's ace here a couple weeks back, Mr. Meeker. Let's see if they can beat Lincoln County's ace, Parker Webb, tonight.
Dixon, little soft liner, caught by the shortstop. As looked like he might fall in for a base hit, but stayed up in the air just long enough for Lincoln County shortstop to make the play. And that is Miles Smith for the Falcons as DJ Dillahay steps in. 2 outs, nobody on for the Wildcats in a scoreless first inning. Dillahay takes called strike one.
Well, Dillahay, and if he can reach his James Sales, his next to cleanup hitter, those two guys hit home runs in a game just a few games ago.
Dillahay dribbles it in front of the plate, but it hit the plate, so that's a foul ball. 0-2 the count.
I believe that was part of the Franklin County sweep. Those guys hit homers.
Dillahay went 3 for 4 in the game we saw against Coffee County with a couple of doubles. 0-2 the count on DJ. Webb's pitch just missed. Took a little something off of that one.
Yeah, that one was upstairs a little bit. So still way ahead, 1-2. No runners on for the Cats. Trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here is Parker Webb.
Fastball fouled out of play.
He's pounding the strike zone right now. Tullahoma's fouling it off or he's getting strike calls. So, you know, when you can stay in the area code and hit your spots, with this combination of pitches he has, he's going to be tough tonight. You want to reach a guy like this early, get on him if you can early.
1-2 pitch. Missed outside. Counts evens up at 2-2. Nice crowd here at Grider Stadium, but there's still plenty of room for you. But don't come with cash. You can't get a ticket. Got to get that online now. 2-2 pitch to Dillahay. Just missed. Full count. So DJ's worked him to a full count. See if the Wildcats can get a 2-out base runner. Get Webb off his rhythm. And Dillahay lines it into left field. Just foul.
Hooked it, gave it a ride, hooked it left, hit it well, just out in front of it just a little bit. He had that one timed on that full count pitch.
Just a little bit out in front.
You talked about the, good crowd. We saw, Coach Mathis said, hey, when I come to these ball games, I see lots of my former players. He saw Sam Melton down there. Chris Rickman in attendance tonight, part of that 1990 state championship team.
Dillahay lines it to center field. Base hit for the Wildcats. So Tullahoma with a runner on. 2 outs. On a single to center by DJ Dillahay. And James Sells will step in.
Oh, nice
Tullahoma's right fielder. Yeah, Dillahay battled in there.
Sure did.
And fought that pitch off.
Stroked it to center on that one.
So Webb's no-hitter's gone here in the first. Tullahoma has a base runner with 2 down.
Tullahoma cleanup hitter James Sells is up, the Middle Tennessee State University commitment.
True blue. Fastball fouled off. Back this way over the press box.
Well, this guy's played on some really good travel ball teams. This 90-mile-an-hour fastball is not going to intimidate him a bit. He's seen lots of those in his young career.
Sales a transfer from Franklin County. Was outstanding as a sophomore pitcher. And he lines it into left field, but that ball is bending foul into the Wildcat bullpen. And Webb quickly ahead of Sales 0-2.
Yeah, Webb's got him where he wants him. Let's see if Sales can battle here and fight it off. You know, with the 90-mile-an-hour heater, you could come high here across the letters, or maybe a curveball out of the strike zone. Let's see how Webb attacks Sales on this pitch.
Dillahay goes. Pitch is outside. Throw down to second, not in time. DJ Dillahay steals second base, and the ball was outside, so 1-2 the count now on Sales.
I tell you what, Charlie Stubblefield has a cannon at catcher. He threw that ball off his knees, a rope to second base. Dillahay barely beat that one out on that stolen base.
Lincoln County fans evidently didn't like the call. I thought it was pretty clear.
Yeah, it was right on target. Looked like Benito Santiago on that one, the old Padres catcher.
1-2 pitch to Sales, called, strike 3. The Tullahoma, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man stranded. We've played 1 here at Grider Stadium. We are scoreless on the Light Tube Sports Network.
This is your internet service at 10 meg speeds. This is internet service at gigabit. No other local provider can match this level of speed. Call us today to get the world's fastest internet.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium along with Ken Keller. I'm Scott Shasteen, our producer Chris Barstad. We are in the Benz Jordan press box at Grider Stadium, Tullahoma and Lincoln County, scoreless as we move to the top of the second inning. Braden Cannon, Colton Monks, and Will Harwell scheduled to bat. There's a grounder to second. Dixon bobbles it, throws to first, not in time. E4 for the Wildcats. Dixon just had it cleanly, just couldn't get a hold of that baseball. Two errors now for the Cats in 2 innings.
Yeah, and 2 errors in 2 innings into the leadoff hitters. So that's even, just bad timing there. You bobble that ball and put the leadoff guy on both innings.
So Monks steps in now. Colton Monks for the Falcons. Lincoln County has the leadoff runner on due to an error for the second consecutive inning. Tullahoma able to nullify that runner in the first inning with Trenton Sholey on the mound.
And nice stop by Tucker on that curveball out of the strike zone there. He dropped down on both shin guards and made a good catch of that ball in the dirt. Same thing.
2-0 the count now on Monks. Tullahoma's coached by Brian Morris, assisted by Ricky Morris, Travis Sheffield.
This inning starting a lot like the last when he fell behind 3-1 on the number 2 hitter and then bounced back and got 3 straight outs. Let's see if he can do that again in this inning.
2-0 pitch to Monks. Misses low and outside, 3-0. Sholey wants a new baseball.
Falcon fans getting fired up this inning. They see a potential rally sparking up here. Pretty vocal right now.
Sholey looks in for the count, 3-0. Runner at first, nobody out. Called strike 1. Just caught the outside corner.
Yeah, no doubt what's coming there on 3-0 fastball. Probably going to get another fastball. Just try to pitch to contact, try to get a ground ball to your infielders. Let them guys make a play for you.
3-1 pitch from Trenton Sholey is outside, and that's ball 4, and Monks draws a walk. Lincoln County now has runners at first and second and nobody out.
Yeah, they're definitely in business now. So first 2 runners on, errors and free passes.
Third baseman Will Harwell steps in for the Falcons.
Well, you got 2 guys on. I don't think you're going to bunt here to move those guys with no outs, although the first baseman is definitely playing in front of the runner here.
Sholey's pitch called strike one.
Right away. Take all the way there by number 5 on that one.
Lincoln County wanting to see what Tullahoma's defense was doing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They were definitely playing for the sacrifice. So 0-1 the count on Harwell. Sholey's off-speed pitch. Foul tipped. 0-2 the count. This would be a big out. Set Tullahoma up for a double play. Get out of this jam here in the top of the second. 2 runners on, nobody out.
Looked like Sholey changed the timing a little bit on that curveball. It didn't come in as fast as some of the other ones. It took forever to get to the plate on that one.
Sholey delivers the 0-2 pitch. Same pitch called strike 3. Beautiful off-speed pitch. And Harwell goes down on strikes. That brings up Chase Triola.
Yeah, that's 3 called third strikeouts in the first 2 innings here for Mr. Sholey, the Tullahoma Wildcat pitcher.
Triola, second baseman for the Falcons. 2 men on, 1 out.
Wildcat defense about medium depth in the outfield.
Don't know what was wrong with that one, but ball 1.
May actually be considered a little shallow in the outfield. You're getting down in the batting order now, number 9.
Yeah, shallow at Grider Stadium can be home run depth in some of these other ballparks we go to.
Big outfield.
Off-speed pitch inside, 2-0 the count now on Triola. 8th batter in the Lincoln County lineup. No, 9th batter.
Mm. 30 on the count. So 3-0, 2 guys on, 1 out. You got to definitely number 9 hitter is your third base coach. You're signaling definite take right here. Take signal to your batter. Do not swing. Make him throw you a strike.
Sholey. As Triola squared the bunt, Sholey misses with ball 4, and Lincoln County has the bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And Charlie Stubblefield, the catcher, steps to the plate for the Falcons. See if the Wildcats can turn 2 here and get out of this thing.
Stubblefield showcased his arm in the bottom of the first on that throw down to second, and a steal attempt by Dillahay, which was successful, but he's got a strong arm. Let's see what he can do to help his team with the bat right now. Tullahoma needs to make a big defensive play here.
Sholey's in a jam. Off-speed pitch misses ball 1 as Stubblefield squared the bunt. I think that was all for show.
And so the Falcons have loaded the bases here without the benefit of a hit, an error to lead off the inning, and then 2 walks. Does have a strikeout.
A lot of pitches for Sholey.
You know, it's a whole different dynamic. You know, when you come out of the bullpen, you get, 30, 40, 50 pitches there. You get kind of in the flow of the game. And but when you start a game, it's a whole different pressure type of situation.
All right, so we missed this, but this is Anderson, the center fielder, number 19 batting, leadoff man for Lincoln County. So we're back to the top of the order for Anderson.
He grounded out to short. No, they just got 10. One of these guys Stubblefield's not batting. He's just playing defense.
Off-speed pitch swung on and missed by Anderson. So 1-2 the count on Lincoln County center fielder.
That should be Monk DH, right? Yeah, Colton Monk's DH, number 17. 17. Oh, okay.
So he is ahead in the count here. 2 strikes, 1-2, 1 out.
Bases are loaded for the Falcons here in the top of the second inning. There's a grounder to third, base hit. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Lincoln County will hold a runner at third, and the Falcons are on top 2-0 here with a 1-out double by Tyler Anderson.
That's a stand-up double by Anderson. Just, a hot hopper right across the bag at third base. Melton dove for it, but could not reach it. Perfectly placed by Tyler Anderson. He gets 2 RBIs on that one. Yeah, 2 RBI double.
Melton had no chance there.
No.
So 2-0 Falcons. Runners at second and third, and Miles Smith, the shortstop, steps into the plate. Smith struck out in the first inning.
So that plated Cannon and Monk.
And there's a bunt down the first base line. Beautiful bunt. That's going to score a run as Miles Smith gets the fielders the sacrifice. And Lincoln County leads 3-0 here in the top of the second inning.
Well, that's great baseball right there. Just a little push bunt down to first base, perfectly placed. And they get the runner in from third, so they plated 3 runs this inning.
He scored.
Oh, that's right. This one scored.
So Anderson at third, and Parker Webb steps in with 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Webb fouls it back this way. 0-1 the count. Lincoln County 3 runs here in the top of the second.
Well, you have an error 4 and 2 walks. All 3 of those guys have scored.
So 1 hit in this inning for Lincoln County. 3 runs.
Still not out of it.
1-1 the count on Parker Webb.
Webb took a called third in the first inning.
Sholey's off-speed pitch popped high to left field. Sheffield settles under it. Jackson makes the catch. And Lincoln County 3 runs on 1 hit and 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom of the second. Falcons 3, the Wildcats nothing on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515.
Lincoln County on top of Tullahoma 3-0 as we move to the bottom of the second inning. Melton, Morris, and Tucker scheduled to hit for the Wildcats. Brody Melton, third baseman, lead off for Tullahoma.
Well, last time we saw Mr. Milton, Scott, he hit one out to the football practice field in center field against Coffee County 2 weeks ago.
Melton ahead in the count 1-0. Webb delivers, base hit. Left field, Brody Melton lines it over the shortstop's head. Gets Tullahoma started here in the bottom of the second inning with a base hit.
A sharp single to left. Good start. See if they can keep it going here.
Jaron Morris will step in for the Wildcats. Morris playing first base tonight.
Well, definitely a swinging situation here. You definitely don't bunt to move a runner and give up an out. 3 runs down this early. So this young man hit the ball well when we saw him at last time as well against Coffee County. Played some good third base.
Swung on and missed. Morris behind in the count now, 0-1.
Only a 9th grader being initiated to some 90-pound heat, Scott. 90-mile-per-hour heat here.
Might feel like 90 pounds.
Yeah.
Runner at first is Melton. Pitches inside, 1-1 the count on Morris.
Drops ball with feet, bad ball. About caught his uniform. He's saying, "Get off me, ball." That was a little too close for comfort.
So this is Brian's nephew. Is that what we understand?
Yes, sir.
He said 2 balls.
1-1 the count. Swung on and missed, high pitch, but Morris chased it.
So it's been 2-1.
Sure did. Went fishing on that one. Way out of the strike zone.
Is it 2-1?
Yes, it did.
Thought it was 1-2.
Well, he held up 2 left, 1 right.
All right. There's a grounder to third. Could be 2. Throw to second. Bobbled by the second baseman, and everybody's safe. So that's going to be an E4 on Lincoln County, as it was a good throw.
You're right.
But
Excellent throw.
Tullahoma's got a rally going now with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Caden Tucker, the catcher, stepping in for the Wildcats.
Yeah, so Morris, battles up there, has against that big ace for Lincoln County. Hits the ball to third. With his speed, you wasn't going to turn a double play, but third baseman, as you said, perfect throw to second, hit him right in the glove. He just dropped it.
Tried to turn two before he turned one. Tucker, beautiful bunt down the third base line. Can he beat it out? Throwing error by the pitcher. Tullahoma's going to score one as Melton scores. Here comes a second runner, and Morris will quickly get back to third. Wow. Tullahoma with runners at second and third and nobody out. Lincoln County leads 3-1.
Well, textbook bunt right there by Mr. Caden Tucker. Just punched it down the third baseline between third and the pitcher. I thought the pitcher should have just ate the ball and held it, but he made the long throw to first a little high. I don't know if he would have got Tucker. Anyway, I'm going to score that a base hit, Scott, on the bunt, and that's going to be a run in for the Cats. Big inning here, potential for the Cats.
So an RBI for Tucker. And Colton Emery will step in, designated hitter for the Wildcats. Emery wears number 3. Tall.
It would be a base hit, but still an error on the throw by the pitcher. So after I think he got his foot there and beat the throw. So I'm going to score it a single and throw an error.
There's a drive. Way back. Left field, that ball is up against the wall. One run will score, and it will be a stand-up double for designated hitter Colton Emery.
Goodness gracious. He corkscrewed that ball, Scott. I mean, he went down low to get that one and just pulled it to left and warning track.
Morris scores for the Wildcats. Melton scored previously, and Tullahoma now down 3-2, still nobody out. Runners at second and third. And Joe Duncan will step in for the Wildcats. Center fielder, left-handed batter. Yeah, Embry smoked that thing. Runners lead at second and third. Webb delivers, ball one. So Parker Webb, he's rattled here in the bottom of the second inning. There's still nobody out for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Emery, a junior, a freshman. Oh, he has a brother on the team that's a junior. Cannon Emery, that was Colton. He's a freshman. Well, it's a long way to hit the ball for freshmen.
There's a bunt, out of play.
Ripped it.
1-1 the count now on Duncan.
Tullahoma has good speed on third. Pass balls. This deep backstop here at the Wildcat behind home plate, so anything past the catcher is probably going to result in a run for the Tullahoma Wildcats.
That's Tomlin running for the Cats at third.
Okay, pinch runner.
In for Tucker.
Let the catcher rest. There it is.
Pass ball. And Tomlin will score the third and tying run for the Wildcats. So still nobody out. Tullahoma with a runner on third. We're tied at 3 here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 to count on Duncan.
2-1.
Well, we got back in this one quick, didn't we?
2-1 to count on Joe Duncan. Yeah, I said it'd be tough to come back on
Yeah,
Parker Webb.
did.
It really wasn't that hard.
Well, it always helps. The other team has a good inning, goes up, gets 3-4 runs, and you just got to chip a bit away a little bit at a time. Brody Melton got it started with that sharp single to left here, and Tullahoma's rallied here.
There's still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. And Parker Webb just walked Tullahoma's number 9 hitter, Joe Duncan. So Lincoln County's ace is in quite the pickle here in the bottom of the second inning.
Number 32, left fielder, Jackson Sheffield.
Jackson Sheffield will step to the plate with runners on the corners, nobody out. You don't get this much as a leadoff hitter. RBI opportunity for Sheffield. Tullahoma with a chance to take the lead.
Well, let's see if Coach Morris calls a steal here.
Good speed at first with Duncan.
Looks like he's leaning.
Sheffield squares the bunt. Strike one.
Well, lots of things could be happening here. You could squeeze a runner in. Ground ball to the middle part of the infield certainly gets you an RBI here. Lincoln County the Falcons trying to stop the bleeding here in the bottom of the second.
There goes the runner. Swung on and missed. Throw down goes into center field. A run will score. Tullahoma takes the lead. And Duncan advances all the way to third. So he steals second and advances to third on the error. And Tullahoma leads 4-3 with a runner at third. 0-2 the count on Sheffield. He was protecting his base runner. But still nobody out.
Yeah, so that's going to be scored. Duncan, stolen base, throwing error, E2 on the catcher to allow him to advance to third base.
Lincoln County defensively has just crumbled here in the bottom of the second inning. Wildcats are on top 4-3.
Wildcats with 3 hits in the inning.
Both of these teams, as Sheffield fouls it back up this way, both of these teams, I think, feeling it a little bit high-stakes district game here. Neither one sharp defensively, that's for sure.
I agree. And pitchers giving up some free passes, some walks. That normally results errors and walks into a high-scoring ball game.
Webb delivers called strike 3 on Sheffield. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And Jacob Dixon will step in. Dixon
line out to the shortstop last time. Remember, out short left.
Dixon 0 for 1.
Line out 6. It looked like it was going to land out there and just kind of died. The shortstop made a good play on it.
Webb like a different pitcher this inning, though, than back in the first, as Lincoln County has somebody throwing in the bullpen. Yeah. Tullahoma's is empty.
Well, what you expect out of your ace is first pitch strikes, and he's certainly not doing that here in the second inning.
That's high ball 2 to Dixon with the runner on third. That is Duncan. And the Wildcats lead by 1.
7th batter of the inning.
A lot of pitches for Parker Webb. He missed there. 3-0 the count on Dixon. Right. DJ Dillahay on deck. James Sells in the hole.
Yeah, pitcher's rushing out there. Parker is. He needs to breathe, step off the mound, and collect himself. He's all over the place right now.
Got that one in there. 3-1 to count on Dixon. I think he needs to keep rushing himself, Ken.
You can see his pace is just a lot faster in this inning, and as you said, he has expired a lot of pitches. Expended lots of pitches this inning.
Webb delivers inside, ball 4. Jacob Dixon draws yet another walk from Parker Webb. That is the second walk of the inning. And DJ Dillahay, Tullahoma's shortstop, will step in there with runners on the corners and 1 out.
Well, and already activity in the Falcon bullpen. And so what you can see here again, you have first and third. So, you may take a pitch here to try to take the double play out of effect, steal your runner to second. If they throw it away again, bring the runner from third home once again.
And there's a ball, goes to the backstop, and Joe Duncan's going to score again for the Wildcats. I consider that a wild pitch.
Or a wild pitch, yes, certainly. Way wide on that. Catcher could do nothing about that one.
And so Tullahoma again scores on a Lincoln County mistake, and it is 5-3 Wildcats with a runner at second, Jacob Dixon, and DJ Dillahay at the plate.
And now the force plays off, and Dillahay sharply singled to left. He's 1 for 1 tonight. His first time up.
And there's a line drive left field, caught. So 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And James Sells, who struck out in the first inning, will step to the plate with Jacob Dixon at second.
Well, so Dillahay hits the ball on the nose. Once again, tough luck, just right at the Falcon left fielder.
Right fielder, James Sells.
3 hits in this inning for the Wildcats, 5 runs.
Mr. Sells with a ribby opportunity here. Speed on second base in the form of Jacob Dixon.
Must have been a little low, 1-0. The count on Sells.
James, the ninth Tullahoma batter up. They battered around here in inning number 2.
Webb feigns the throw to second. Wish he had of. Nobody was there but Jacob Dixon. 1-0 count on Sells. Must have caught the outside corner of the plate. 1-1 the count. Little inconsistent behind the plate would be my observation through a couple of innings.
Some smoke on that pitch.
Of course, I have a much better view than the umpire, who's 3 feet away from the plate. Outside ball 2 on James Sells.
So you're saying the plate's not only moving on pitcher Parker Webb, but perhaps on the home plate umpire as well.
I'll be floating a little bit.
Floating just a little bit, huh?
2-1 the count on Sells. Dixon, nice lead from second. Off-speed pitch missed outside. 3-1 the count on Sells. Brody Melton on deck, who started this inning with a single, ended up scoring Tullahoma's first run.
Good plate discipline there by Sells on that slurve, that curveball there, that 3/4 curve on that one to lay off of it. He's now ahead in the count 3-1.
Fastball misses outside, and James Sells draws a base on balls. Tullahoma with runners at first and second and 2 out. And Brody Melton stepping to the plate. Melton 1 for 1.
Well, he started this thing with a sharp single to left. Let's see if he can get him a ribby.
Yeah. Or 3.
Yes, indeed.
He's up to 30 pitches this inning.
30 pitches this inning for Parker Webb.
That's good for the Tullahoma Wildcats, who lead 5-3 here in the bottom of the second.
He's walked 3 batters and gave up 3 hits.
And Melton doesn't chase that one. Ball 1.
Saw Brody's grandfather here. He's in attendance tonight, as his parents.
Strike called. 1-1 to count on Brody.
Nice curveball there by Webb. I don't know if I would throw Mr. Melton a straight one either. See what he does here on 1-1.
I think he should. Fouled off. 1-2 the count now on Melton.
Well, he certainly did on that one, and Brody had a great cut at it, just missed it. Fouled it back. You know, Parker's already unloaded a wild pitch this inning. Let's see if he has another one in him right here.
Runners lead off first and second. Melton grounds it back to Webb. Webb will toss it to first. And that'll do it for Tullahoma in the bottom of the second. But the Wildcats 5 runs on 3 hits, multiple errors, and a couple of men left on base. We move to the top of the third. Tullahoma leads 5-3 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of Light Tube reliability.
Tullahoma leads Lincoln County 5-3 here on the Light Tube Sports Network, along with producer Chris Barstad and Ken Keller. I'm Scott Chastain. We move to the top of the third, and Lincoln County will have 4, 5, and 6 hitter up. Chance Atchley leads off, and he gets plunked. So leadoff batter on base, hit by a pitch. And Lincoln County has a runner on with Nate McAdams stepping in. McAdams grounded out in the first inning. Ended the first inning, in fact.
Well, actually, he's been on twice. He singled sharp up the middle his first time up, and you stake your pitcher to a 2-run lead, Scott, and then he plunks the leadoff hitter. Not what you want.
Not what you want. McAdams bats with nobody out. Runner at first. And Sholey throws over, not in time.
McAdams 0 for 1, hit into a 4-3 fielder's choice his first time up. I'm sorry. Yeah, 4-3 ground out his first time up.
Sholey throws it away as he throws to first. So Atchley's going to get to second. And Lincoln County has a runner in scoring position with nobody out on a wild throw to first.
It's going to be an E1. So Atchley now on second base. Do they have a pinch runner in for the catcher there,
No.
Atchley? No, they don't.
Unforced mistakes. That's
Sure.
very costly in any sport. So runner in scoring position, nobody out. The pitch to McAdams. Foul down the third base line. Fielded by Morris. Still got a little juice in that arm.
Big first baseman had a cut on that one. 0-1. Overcast skies here. Temperature maybe around mid-60s right now. Pretty pleasant.
Beautiful night at Grider Stadium. Called strike. 0-2. Count on McAdams.
Nice job by Tucker framing that pitch for his pitcher out there. Helping out Mr. Sholey on that one. 0-2.
Off-speed pitch. Dribbled to second. Dixon. Throw to first in time. One out here as Atchley advances to third. McAdams out at first. One down, and Cannon will step in. Braden Cannon, who reached on an error to lead off the second inning, ended up scoring Lincoln County's first run.
Falcons trying to slice that 5-3 Tullahoma lead in half here.
There's a grounder to short. The run's going to score. Dillahay scoops it up. Throw to first. Dropped at first base. And Cannon will be safe. So another unforced mistake cost Tullahoma as Lincoln County scores.
We'll score that E6 on the throw. It did bounce. It was wide right to the freshman first baseman, but the throw was errant and off target. Tough play, Scott, to try to dig that one out.
So Colton Monks, the designated hitter, will step to the plate for the Falcons. With a runner at first, one out. Tullahoma leading by a run.
Monks drew a base on balls his first time up.
You know, if you had just come in off the street and didn't know anything about these teams, you certainly wouldn't think they were battling for first. There's a high drive, center field. Sheffield can't get there. Nobody can get there. Lincoln County's going to have runners at second and third. A long, long double for Colton Monks.
Yeah, it's a long way to hit the ball. Your number 7 hitter, man, that shows you how deep this Falcon team is. A great jump on the ball. Sheffield flipped his hips in left field. He knew he had to get on his horse. Did his best, just barely got over his glove. Good speed there by Sheffield, but nothing he could do on that. The Tullahoma Wildcats just got burned on that one.
Third baseman Will Harwell steps to the plate for Lincoln County. Harwell struck out in the second inning. Runners at second and third, one out. 1-0 the count on Harwell. Tullahoma leads 5-4, but that is shaky at best. Harwell lays off the outside pitch, 2-0 the count.
Harwell struck out his first time up, saw a big bending curveball there on that one. He's way ahead in the count, 2-0. Young man on third base reached on a throwing error. So they're trying to pick up an unearned run here.
Inside, 3-0, the count on Harwell. Tullahoma, nobody throwing in the bullpen. So right now this game is Shoals.
And still young. Top of the third, 9 runs already played between these two teams with more to come.
3-0 pitch, called strike. Well, what I was saying, if somebody came in off the street, they certainly wouldn't think these two teams were battling for first place.
Yeah, you're right. With lots of walks, several
of
errors. Yes, indeed.
Not so much the walks as the errors. 3-1 count. Showell delivers, fouled out of play. The count is full now with 1 out. Runners at second and third. Tullahoma leading Lincoln County 5-4 here in the top of the third inning.
Wildcats now have a left-hander up throwing in the bullpen. Mr. Reagan Tomlin.
Off-speed pitch misses, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for Chase Triola, who walked his first time up.
Third walk of the game for Mr. Sholey. See what the Wildcats do. Look like third baseman's going to play in. They're playing back in the middle infield, trying to turn a double play here.
Try to get that lead runner with a 5-4 lead.
In on the corners, back in the middle. So that means if these ground ball comes to first or third, they're going to come home with it. Ground ball in the middle, they'll try to turn a double play and get out of this inning.
Sholey delivers wide and outside. 1-0 the count.
You're right. Way out of the strike zone there. So Sholey struggling here. Wildcats in danger of giving up that 2-run lead that they had coming into the third frame here.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Pitch again's outside. Tucker. Fine play to stop that ball. Otherwise, a run would have scored, but 2-0 the count. There's no place to put Triola as the bases are loaded, and Brian Morris is going to make a trip to the mound. Talk to his young pitcher, Sholey, a junior.
Well, and it's a number 9 hitter, and that you fall 2-0 behind on him. You walked him the first time up, and you can't do that with a number 9 hitter. So Sholey's struggling right now. He needs to find that strike zone. I mean, you can live with giving up a hit if you got to pitch to contact. You can't give up free bases, free walks.
Has there been a slower walk to the mound by a manager than Brian Morris just made?
I think you might be right.
Trying to give that bullpen time to get loose.
Only if old Don Zimmer was walking across from the – yeah, it took him a while to get out there, and he had that big chaw tobacco, half of the spit, brown just falling down his face. Brian, it was great, wasn't he?
Brian knows all the tricks. Been to the show.
Yeah. His walk back, not exactly
very
brisk
a
either.
jog, yeah. So 2-0 is the count on Triola with the bases loaded for Lincoln County and 1 out. Tullahoma leads 5-4. Trenton Sholey delivers the 2-0 pitch, called strike.
That ball may have been a bit off the plate, and Tucker grabbed it and pulled it right into the corner there. So 2-1. Sometimes you can influence that umpire. This one back here, you can that floating plate that you alluded to earlier, you got to frame them pitches.
Sholey's pitch, again, a great play by Tucker, way outside, 3-1 to count.
Yeah, if he walks this guy, I think Morris will probably go get him. You know, he took a hard look down there at Travis Sheffield, the pitching coach, as to say, hey, get him ready, get Tomlin ready quick out there, get him hot.
3-1 pitch from Trenton Sholey. Swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Well, nice fastball there at the letters. Looked too enticing there for the Falcon hitter. He wanted a piece of that one. See if he can come back and strike out the number 9 guy right here.
Bases are full. 1 out. 3-2 count. Sholey steps off the mound.
See if we can throw another one just like that one. Might be able to strike him out here.
Sholey delivers on the full count. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Big strikeout for Trenton, Sholey, and the Wildcats. 2 down now in the top of the third. Bases loaded as we go back to the top of the order with the center fielder Tyler Anderson. Anderson doubled and scored in that second inning, had a couple of RBIs, had a big double.
Yeah, it was a great bounce back there by Sholey. Got to give the young junior pitcher credit. Fell behind 3-1 with the bases loaded, lots of pressure, mound visit, comes back and strikes out the number 9 guy.
And as a head coach, you like to, make
Yeah.
that mound visit and then see your pitcher respond.
Absolutely.
1-0 the count on Anderson.
Amazingly enough, Scott, with all the activity and all the base runners, only 1 run in so far. We want to keep it that way.
There's a line shot to second, scooped up by Dixon. Tosses it to Dillahay for out number 3. So Lincoln County scores 1 run on 1 hit. 3 men left on base. We move to the bottom of the third. Tullahoma leads the Falcons 5-4 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Specifically played into our mission when we separated from our parent company and became an employee stock ownership program. We had to be disconnected from a large network and exist on our own. We needed relatively high speed connectivity, which we got at about a 200% discount with Light Tube. Businesses can get beyond what most businesses in the country can get from Light Tube as far as internet connectivity.
Hitter in the Wildcat lineup.
Back-to-back punch outs, so Webb's settling down a little bit. But, towards the end of the order, you have to get those 7, 8, 9 guys out. He walked Duncan his first time up.
Duncan scored, stole a base, scored on an error. Webb's pitch to the left-hander, and there's strike 1.
Yeah, curveballed him. Floats right over the middle of the plate. Cuts it in half.
Webb's pitch fouled out of play by Duncan. So Webb ahead 0-2 on Joe Duncan. Runner at first is Morris. He led off the inning with a walk. 2 consecutive strikeouts by Parker Webb. And now he's looking to punch out Joe Duncan. Just missed high. 1-2.
Well, you see what a difference it makes. Pitching from behind in the count, pitching ahead. It's all the difference in the world, like sun and the moon in baseball for a pitcher, night and day.
Two and 2 the count on Duncan. Was it sun and the moon or night and day?
Both. East and west.
North and south?
Yes. Opposite ends of the spectrum.
2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Tullahoma no runs, no hits. 1 man stranded. We've played 3. The Wildcats lead the Falcons 5-4 on the Light Tube.
Does your family love to stream movies and use multiple Wi-Fi enabled devices? But are you finding out that your run-of-the-mill router simply can't keep up? Don't worry, LightTube has you covered with our internet router service for only $9.95 per month. Get back to what your family loves doing. Call us today at 455-4515 to learn more.
So we move to the top of the 4th inning, and leading off for Lincoln County is Smith, with the Wildcats leading the Falcons 5-4. Smith, Webb, and Atchley due up here in the top of the 4th, and Smith is hit square in the back by DJ Dillahay, the new pitcher for the Wildcats. And once again, Lincoln County has the leadoff runner on, which has happened every inning.
Yeah, it's the second Falcon that's been hit tonight.
Both leading off an inning.
Books are closed out on Trenton Sholey. He gave up 4 runs. He pitched 3 innings, had 2 base on balls, gave up 3 hits. He had 4 strikeouts and hit 1 batter.
So Dillahay now in for the Wildcats, trying to hold Lincoln County. Smith at first after being hit by a pitch. And at the plate is Parker Webb.
Webb's 0 for 2, struck out looking in the first, flied out to left or lined out to left in the second.
And he had a big cut right there, swung on and missed. 0-1 to count.
Good fastball by Dillahey. Good location on the inside corner. Kind of tied him up there a little bit on that one. We are in the top of the fourth. Wildcats lead the Falcons 5-4.
Throw over to first, not in time. As Smith gets back.
Wildcats chasing the Falcons in the district race. Falcons come in with a 5-1 mark. Tullahoma 4-2. Trying to tie this thing up at the top of the district.
Dillahey. 0-1 pitch to Webb. Strike two. Throw down to first. That was a lot closer than it should have been. Nice throw by Tucker. Not quite in time. 0-2 the count on Lincoln County's number 3 hitter and pitcher Parker Webb.
Dillahey way ahead here. He's thrown some couple straight ones here. Let's see if we can get a curveball him here up on an off-speed pitch.
Throws over to first. And Smith back in time.
Definitely Miles Smith has caught the attention of both the Tullahoma pitcher and the catcher here. The catcher threw down a couple pitches back, and now Dillahey taking a hard look at him at first.
Nice lead for Smith.
Sure is.
Dillahey delivers outside. Gets stopped by Tucker. 1-2 the count.
I guess the word we're looking for is Tucker has agility behind that plate, man. He's
He
quick,
does.
isn't he? Got some spring and
Agile.
he's agile, showing some good agility back there.
One-two pitch from Dillahey is grounded down the first base line, just foul.
Well, he's late on that swing and just right of that first base bag. That would have been big trouble. Could have been extra bases. So luckily for the Wildcats, that one just foul.
Count remains 1-2 strikes to Webb. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Throw down to first, not in time. So Webb set down on strikes. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And Chance Atchley will step in. The right fielder is 1 for 1. Got hit by a pitch to lead off the third inning. Scored Lincoln County's 4th run. He singled back in the first.
That was a great job by Tullahoma pitcher DJ Dillahey. He just challenged Parker, power on power. My fastball against your big swing here, and struck him out swinging. Big punch out.
Atchley late on that one. Lines it out of play. 0-1 to count.
So with the 70% chance of rain tomorrow in the forecast, perhaps Tullahoma, they'll throw all their guns at them pitching-wise tonight to try to win this one, because there's no guarantees tomorrow night's going to be played.
There's no guarantees tomorrow's even going to come.
True.
Throw over to first, not in time.
You're right, brother. You're exactly right. No guarantees.
0-1 the count to Atchley, who bats from the left side, with Smith on first. Cats leading by 1. Dillahey's pitch missed low. Runner goes. Throw down not in time. And Miles Smith steals second base.
Stolen base by Smith. Now that force plays off, runners in scoring position here where a single can plate him and tie this thing up. And Mr. Atchley singled his first time up to center field. Was hit by a pitch last time, so he's been on both at bats.
1-1 to count with 1 out. Just caught the outside corner. 1-2 the count.
That came
See
around.
what I mean about that floating?
Yeah, that thing came around like a boomerang, didn't it? Caught that outside corner.
If you say so.
We'll take it. Might have been in case that plate floated out to the left a couple inches. maybe 3 or 4.
Dillahay's pitch inside, 2-2 the count now on Atchley. Lincoln County's right fielder.
It looked like Ashley was looking, the big lefty, looking for something on the outside part of the plate, and he fastballed him inside. He jumped back really quick on that one. So Dillahay does an effective job of working both sides of the plate, and as a hitter, you don't know which side he's coming on.
2-2 pitch from DJ. Runner goes. There's a line shot center field. Duncan gives chase. He'll never catch up. That ball's on the warning track. Lincoln County's tied this game up on a long double to right center by Chance Atchley as Smith easily scores.
Well, their cleanup hitter producing tonight, man, that's a shot in the gap in right center to the fence. Couple hops, it's to the fence. That ball got out there quickly. RBI double for the cleanup hitter. Chance Atchley ties this one up.
So Nate McAdams steps in. McAdams 0 for 2. With a runner at second in Chance Atchley, and McAdams with a chance to give Lincoln County the lead. Dillahay's pitch, swung on and missed, strike one.
McAdams has grounded out to second both times up, so that hit by pitch to start the inning haunts DJ Dillahay and the Tullahoma Wildcats as we're squared up here, knotted up at 5 here.
Once again.
In the 4th.
Last inning, leadoff batter hit by a pitch, scored.
Mm-hmm.
This inning, leadoff batter hit by a pitch, scored. Second inning, leadoff batter reached on an error, scored.
Great point.
1-1 to count now on McAdams with one out, runner at second.
We're having a little trouble with the leadoff hitters tonight, aren't we, Scott?
And it's costly.
Yes, very costly.
3 runs. So we got a clean home base, and McAdams steps back in. Long look by Dillahay to second. Turns, throws. Got him.
Wow.
Dillahay waited. Tomlin, who's playing short for Tullahoma, Evan Tomlin, the freshman, came over and tagged him out. So Dillahay picks off Atchley at second. And now with 2 outs, the count is 1-1 on McAdams. No words from the Lincoln County coaches. That looked pretty clean.
Yeah, it did. Dillahay just turned around, give him credit. He threw it right over the bag. I mean, a hot throw to handle, but the Tullahoma shortstop did an excellent job of applying the tag on that one.
Called strike 2, and great job by the freshman. He just creeped in there behind Atchley and then shot in there real quick. And
it's a hard ball to catch when you're on the move. You know, he's going floating from his to his left.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out. So Lincoln County ties the game, but Dillahay comes back strong in the top of the 4th, 1 run on 1 hit, and nobody left. We've played 3.5 here at Grider Stadium. Tullahoma and Lincoln County are tied at 5 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tell your pa, tell your sister, tell your dog, all right. We gotta get it together. I'm crazy for you. I'm so crazy for you, all right. I'm crazy for you. I'm so crazy for you, all right. I'm sick of feeling blue. I'm crazy for you. I'm so crazy for you, all right.
We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 5. Lincoln County and Tullahoma, and the Wildcats will go back to the top of the order with Sheffield, Dixon, and Dillahay due up here.
Parker Webb's thrown 77 pitches thus far. The new high school pitch counts, 120 is his max. So high pitch count for the bottom of the 4th, entering the 4th inning.
Webb throws it away on the first pitch. 1-0 the count to Sheffield. Sheffield struck out twice tonight. Be nice to see Jackson get in a groove at the plate in that leadoff spot. He pops it out of play. 1-1 the count.
The music man, Mr. Banks, playing a little ESPN music as that ball floats harmlessly foul.
Foul back again by Sheffield. 1-2 the count.
You got to appreciate those guys that put them sound graphics out and stuff during the games.
It's an art.
It's an art to it.
1-2 pitch to Sheffield. Sheffield lays off one. Close but missed. 2-2.
And try to sneak a curveball around the outside corner, but just off the plate.
Webb delivers the 2-2 pitch, and Sheffield battles up there. He'll foul him off. Needs to straighten one out.
Well, that's what he did his first time up before taking the called third strike. He fouled 2 or 3 of them off his first at bat. So he's getting his bat on the ball, just needs to square one up right here.
2-2 pitch. Sheffield, a little popper to short. Going to be trouble. Gets past the shortstop. That'll be an infield hit for Jackson Sheffield. That ball had a different spin on it than the shortstop anticipated.
Sure did.
Ken, he never got a glove on it, never touched it.
It actually looked like one of my, when you call break when you're playing golf and you try to hit it real hard, it goes off the pool cue. And you
I do know what that is.
I do that too often when I'm playing pool, but hey, that's a base hit, and it counts as a line drive in the scorebook. Base hit for Jackson.
Sheffield on first, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth, tie ball game. Jacob Dixon steps to the plate for the Wildcats. Dixon lined out in the first and walked in the second. Ball gets away from Lincoln County's catchers, and Jackson Sheffield's at second base.
Well, we know Sheffield's got good wheels, so he's going to advance. That ball was in the dirt, so I was going to call that you're going to wild pitch or pass ball on that one, Scott? What do you think?
It's your call, Coach.
I'm going to call wild pitch since he grounded it.
1-0 the count to Dixon. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Sheffield, excellent speed, the Tullahoma sophomore. Looking to put his team back out on top.
Ball 2 to Dixon.
Dixon's 0 for 1. He had a line out to the shortstop and a base on balls.
Webb delivers. Gets away from the catcher. Sheffield's going to end up at third.
That one's going to be a pass ball. That's the play that we've seen Tullahoma catcher make all night. Ball outside, little late in getting there. It hits the base, hits the heel of his glove, and kind of looked like it trickled between his legs back here. So Sheffield advances to third now. 9 ways to score here from third base.
Well, and this is, again, one of the deepest backstops in high school baseball. 3-0 the count to Jacob Dixon. Nobody out. Jackson Sheffield at third. Dixon has the green light on the 3-0 count, fouls it out of play.
I like the aggression there by Coach Morris. Dixon, a contact hitter, and hitting in the number 2 hole, 3-0 count. He's third time at bat. He's had some looks at Parker Webb already, and why not let your number 2 hole hitter swing away to get him a RBI opportunity.
Called strike 3. So the count was 2-2, not 3-1. And Dixon called out on strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And Dillahay will step to the plate. Dillahay is 1 for 2. He singled in the first and lined out in the second.
Well, I stand corrected. I was lauding the aggressive, the 3-0 swing, but it was evidently he already had a strike on him.
Outside ball 1.
Well, let's see if the Tullahoma pitcher can break this tie now. Relief pitcher DJ Dillahay, he's hit the ball sharp, single to left and line out to left. 1 for 2.
And we'll get a visit to the mound for Lincoln County.
Dillahay's definitely a pull hitter. We've seen him 2 games, and he's hit everything to the left fielder, in 2 games that I've seen. So I guess if Lincoln County knew that, they'd put a shift on him of sorts.
All right, maybe that's what the visit to the mound is about.
Well, we'll see. But he's wore out that left field.
No, that's going to do it for Parker Webb.
Oh,
we'll get a
okay.
pitching change, so we'll take a break. Bottom of the fourth, Tullahoma and Lincoln County are tied at 5 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
You wanna dance?
Check out Stingray Music on TV. Now available, the new Stingray Music mobile app, free with your TV subscription. Stingray Music, all good vibes.
Will Phillips is the new pitcher for Lincoln County, and Dillahay steps to the plate for the Cats with 1 out, and 2-0 is the count.
Books are closed out on Falcon starter Parker Webb. He threw 3.1 innings, 7 strikeouts, 4 base on balls, 5 hits, 5 runs. He is responsible for the runner on third, Jackson Sheffield.
5-5 game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wild pitch, and Sheffield will score the go-ahead run. Tullahoma leads 6-5. Phillips threw that one in the dirt about 5 feet in front of his catcher.
Well, Sheffield on base, with the infield single here to start this inning, and he advanced 2 bases off wild pitches, so that's going to close the books out on Webb. He's charged with 6 runs. Not sure how many are earned. There have been several errors by both teams in this game, but 6 runs.
So Dillahay steps in there with a 3-0 count. Phillips delivers that perfect called strike. You wonder how 2 pitches can be so different.
Yeah.
Like, where was that the previous pitch?
Yeah, I think he threw a curveball that one, and, it's hard to throw when you come into your first hitter and with a runner on third base.
Dillahay lines it right behind us. Out of play. Full count now on DJ, who's got the lead again.
Sure does.
And would be the pitcher of record.
That is correct. Right on, partner.
Phillips throws it outside, ball 4, and Dillahay walks with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Stepping in will be James Sells, the right fielder. Sells 0 for 1. Struck out in the first, walked in the second.
Tullahoma cleanup hitter hungry to advance his teammate here. He's 0 for 1. He walked his last time up.
Be nice to see him cut loose against Will Phillips. Phillips' first pitch, outside, ball 1.
That was a high outside fastball. Juice that one up a little bit, trying to get the amped up to go against this Tullahoma cleanup hitter.
Phillips gets away from his catcher. That's a pass ball, as
yes,
looked like a pretty good pitch. Dillahay down to second.
You want Tullahoma just getting runners home by walks and getting wild pitch and pass balls. The catcher having some trouble back there. Pitcher's not helping him out, but boy, he's struggling. A couple pass balls on him, some wild pitches. He's had a rough inning.
Must be crossing him up a little bit, because that looked like
point.
right in his hand.
Yeah.
2-0 count on Sells with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
I'm going to guess, just pure speculation, that Morris will give Mr. Sells the green light right here on 2-0 pitch, runner on second. See if he allows him to swing here on this one. Should see something good in the strike zone.
2-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back. So as we continue to play, does Ken know baseball? The answer this inning is no.
No, I figured that he would be swinging on that one. He was. He had a good cut at it.
Oh, I thought you meant you said Dillahay.
No, Sales here. No, that he would be swinging on 2-0. That Morris would give him the green light on that one because he was going to see a good pitch. 2-0 pitcher had to throw a strike. That was right down the middle.
Strike 2 on Sells.
Maybe he got crossed up on that one, looking off speed, and looks like he took a little bit off that one, though. Maybe it was off speed. Counts even. 2-2, 1 out. Tullahoma up 6-5, bottom of the 4th. Runner at second.
Phillips delivers. High, ball 3. A lot of full counts tonight from both pitchers, or both sides.
Well, if Leo Mazzoni was the pitching coach for either one of these teams, he would be on the end of the bench rocking back and forth right now, Scott, with all this going on with these pitchers tonight.
Yeah, he would. Phillips pitch way outside, and James Sales draws a walk. Tullahoma has runners at first and second with one out, and Brody Melton stepping to the plate. Melton playing third base tonight.
Boy, that's something that you don't want to do. Come in relief, walk your first two batters, and then have to face Brody Melton. What a plight. What a miserable plight. See if Brody can send one out into the night air up that light pole in center field again.
Tullahoma clinging to a one-run lead here.
Blow this thing open.
But the Wildcats have finally chased Lincoln County starter Parker Webb. Will Phillips in on the mound now for the Falcons, and so far struggling to find the plate consistently. Melton count 1-0.
Yeah, Melton singled and grounded out to the pitcher. He's hitting .500 tonight.
Phillips misses low, 2-0 the count.
Well, you know, Lincoln County has nobody up in the pen. And you got to have somebody in there that can throw strikes. I mean, let Tullahoma hit it and put your 8 other players in play. Use your defense, but you cannot walk hitters and be effective.
Low and outside, ball 3 to Melton.
Yep, here he comes. That was a quick jump from that top step of that Falcon dugout on that one.
So we'll get another visit to the mound by Lincoln County's manager, and that's going to be it for Will Phillips. Another pitching change is in order here in the bottom of the fourth. Tullahoma leads Lincoln County 6-5 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority now has a branch at 501 West Lincoln Street. The drive-through only branch located in the old Citizens Tri-County Bank will be open on utility and light tube bill due dates and the day before and after a TUA observed holiday. Check a complete list of dates at tullahomautilities.com.
We are back at Mathis Stadium, Grider Field here in Tullahoma. The Wildcats against the Falcons. District matchup here. Brody Melton up to the plate with 2 runners on for the Wildcats. Falcons' third pitcher into the game, Mr. Wade Atchley. He can hit the ball. We'll see if he can pitch. He gets his first pitch over for a strike. He's had 2 hits tonight for the Falcons. And he inherited a 3-0 count, did Mr. Atchley. The second Lincoln County pitcher, very ineffective. That was Will Phillips. He threw to 2 batters, walked both, so those are the runners on base right now. Ashley comes in throwing darts, so it's full count here to Brody Melton. Melton is 1 for 2 on the night here. 3-2, 2 runners on. Tullahoma leads at 6-5, bottom of the fourth. Full count, 1 out. So they try to beat the Falcons and put both teams at 5-2 in district play on the season and tie the Falcons for first place. Well, the 3-2 pitch is grounded. It's in the dirt. It's going to be another wild pitch. And so that's going to walk Melton. So that's 3 straight walks by a Falcon pitcher. So the bases are loaded on walks. That's going to bring Jaron Morris up with the bases loaded. Now we have Dillahay on third base, Sales on second, Melton on first. So we have some good speed on the bases. Number 27 up, Morris, the Wildcat first baseman. He's 0 for 1. He had an air E4 and a base on balls.
Pitch is inside, ball 1 to Morris. Ducks on the pond.
Sure is.
With 1 out. Atchley's pitch misses inside, gets away from the catcher, but not quite far enough. Well, they are struggling with the batteries tonight.
Well, they sure are, and they're struggling throwing strikes. Ashley threw 2 strikes after being down 3-0 to, inheriting a 3-0 count. Looked good his first 2 pitches against Melton, but he's thrown balls ever since.
Line, grounder to second, could be 2, bobbled by the second baseman, throws it away. Tullahoma will plate 2 runs on that error.
Wow.
By the second baseman. Lincoln County went from a double play to nothing. Tullahoma plates 2.
Yeah.
And Morris is safely on first.
Boy, what a turnaround there. You got a potential, as you said, a potential inning double play. Routine ball right up the middle. Shortstop was covering the bag. Second baseman going to flip it underhand. He boots the ball. 2-run score for the Wildcats. It's now 8-5. That lead widens.
Caden Tucker steps to the plate for Tullahoma. Tucker's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the second and struck out in the third.
I actually wanted that call right on the outside corner. That one looked pretty good, but the umpire says no sirree, ball one.
Well, Brian Moberly, head coach of Lincoln County, has got to be getting a little frustrated with his squad. There's a strike.
Well, third baseman's back. You know, I tell you what, you got a left-handed pitcher on the mound. If you could push another bunt down that third baseline like he did a few innings back, no way anybody would throw you out right here, but it looks like he's swinging away.
2-1 the count. To Tucker.
That bunt single in the second inning.
Inside, ball 3.
An inning that the Wildcats plated 5 runs in, and that was a big bunt, a nice bunt, a pivotal play in that offensive inning outburst.
Atchley's pitch way outside. Caden Tucker walks for the Wildcats.
4th free pass of the inning.
Colton Emery steps in for the Wildcats. Emery's 1 for 2. He doubled in the second, scored, struck out in the third. Connor King will pinch run for Tullahoma at first.
8 walks given up by the 3 Falcon pitchers tonight, Scott. We're only in the 4th inning.
Don't I know it?
Yeah. So Connor King getting some base running action here, the pinch runner for Tullahoma as the bases are juiced.
King is a junior, and he gets away from the catcher. Here comes another run for Tullahoma, and it scores.
That's Melton
As
scoring.
that was Brody Melton who scored. Tullahoma with runners on second and third. 0-1 count. That was a strike to Emery. Still one out here, bottom of the 4th. Tullahoma leads 9-5.
4th run of the inning for Tullahoma.
Atchley's pitch, inside corner, 0-2.
Emery 1 for 2. He stroked a RBI double to the fence in inning number 2. He struck out his last time up in inning 3.
There's a grounder to second, and that's a foul ball. Must have hit the plate. Umpire says no.
That ball did
Everybody's
shoot
a
off
little
his
confused.
foot. The umpire at home saying no, but the plate umpire saw it hit off his foot. So
The field umpire calling him out. Brian Morris is going to have a little conversation. Brian's not happy. So that was a foul ball, and the count remains 0-2 to Colton Emery, and he fouls it toward the Lincoln County dugout.
And Tullahoma has Tucker on second, Morris on third. Excellent speed. 9-5 lead. Wade actually on the mound for the Falcons.
King on second. Connor
King on second. That's right. He's Tullahoma's pinch run for the catcher twice tonight to give him a little break. He's working hard behind the plate.
Emery went after that one, fouled it away. Count remains 1-2.
Scatters that Wildcat dugout over there, third base dugout. They come flying out of there.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Nice pitch from Chance Atchley. And with 2 outs and runners at second and third, Tullahoma's Joe Duncan will step up.
That is Chance. I called him Wade. My bad. That is 2 outs. Big swing there by Emery. Swing and a miss.
Ashley's pitch outside to Duncan. Joe tonight is 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the second and struck out in the third.
Trying to get him a 2-out RBI here.
And he lines it to right center field. Nobody's getting there. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. It's bobbled in the outfield, and Duncan's going to end up on third base.
Well, excellent speed there by the Wildcat wide receiver. Man, he turned the Jets on. He hit that ball perfect, stroked it out to right field. We've seen him do that a couple times this year. And, boy, when you can get a number 9-hole hitter hitting the ball that sharply, Scott, you got your ball team. But solid double or triple? Yeah, I think it was in the hole out there. We'll score the triple. He's got good wheels. It'd have been a close play at third. We're going to give him 3 on that one.
Ashley's pitch is inside. Here comes Duncan. Duncan slides, safe.
Give that man a Gatorade over there. He's worked. Head first slide. Pete Rose slide into home, and he beats the tag.
Tullahoma has blown this thing wide open.
Have.
The Wildcats lead the Falcons 12-5 with a 7-run fourth inning. 2 outs, and Jackson Sheffield at the plate. That was ball 1.
Well, they batted around. Remember, this inning started with this infield single by Sheffield, so they batted around here.
Again.
It's
twice Tullahoma has sent 9 batters to the plate in an inning. Ashley's pitch is outside.
And they've done it all in 2 innings, so they've scored 5 runs in the second and now 7 here in the fourth.
Sheffield checked his swing, strike. 2-1.
Falcon pitchers have solved no mysteries tonight from the mound. Getting shelled.
Actually, off-speed pitch, a little high. 3-1 to count on Sheffield.
Well, I think the key to this game was, the pitch count went up on Webb so early. 77 pitches in 3 innings, and Tullahoma did a good job of fouling off some good pitches, working some walks, and had that big second inning, got him out of the game, and not a whole lot of relieving depth for this Falcon team.
Sheffield draws the walk, so the Wildcats with a runner at first and 2 outs, and Jacob Dixon steps to the plate for Tullahoma. Dixon is 0 for 2 tonight. He lined out, struck out, and walked.
Sheffield, second time on the bases
and
this inning.
Shot to third. It's bobbled by the third baseman. He'll throw it to first, but has no chance. It gets away from the first baseman. Sheffield's going to end up at third, and Tullahoma has runners on the corner with 2 outs.
That's going to be E5 on the ground out. Third baseman booted the ball, then he threw it away at first and allowed the runner that was Sheffield to advance from second to third. So that's 2 errors on the third baseman on that play, a fielding error and a throwing error.
Your brutal official score.
That's the way you mark that one.
DJ Dillahay steps to the plate with runners on the corner and 2 outs. Ashley misses high.
So this kid's officially bunked for tomorrow night.
5 walks in the inning and 3 errors. Wow.
Fouled back this way by Dillahay.
That's how you score 7 runs in an inning, Scott.
It
5
is.
walks and 3 E's on the other team.
And the district leading team.
Yeah.
Not sure what that says about the district.
We only have 2 hits. 7 runs on 2 hits. That sounds like a Little League game.
Ashley's pitch is inside, and Jacob Dixon steals second base with no throw.
Stolen base. Dixon's had several of those this year.
Runners on second and third now, and Dillahay's got a chance to drive in a couple more. And that's inside. Boy, that just almost brushed the bottom of Dillahay's pants. It looked like they moved.
Yeah.
3-1 to count.
He don't want to walk. He wants to swing that stick, doesn't he? As you mentioned last inning, Dillahay, the pitcher of record now for Tullahoma, he stands to get the victory.
Dillahay takes a hack at 3-1, fouls it off, full count. Runners at second and third. 3-2 count.
Cleanup hitter James Sales on deck for Tullahoma.
Ashley's pitch, low and in the dirt, ball 4, and the bases are loaded again for Sales. Boy, I'd love to see Sales just get hold of one right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.
6 walks in the inning.
Number 6, James.
And I hate to keep harping on it, but man, that's at the high school level, that's bad baseball, boys. Any way you cut it. So you're right. Mr. Sales had an opportunity here. Mr. Head Coach Brian Morris puts his arm around him and saying, young man, get your pitch. This guy's struggling. Don't force anything. Make him come to you.
Absolutely. Sales has walked already twice tonight.
But if this is a pitch in the zone that you like, hammer it.
Give her a rip. Actually delivers high and tight, and that got him. That got Sales.
Uh-oh.
So Sales trots down to first. Sheffield touches the plate. It is 13-5.
Yeah, he did. It's funny. His dad's up here keeping the score, but he wrote down just a couple of hours ago that the pitcher would hit Sales, and he came with some chin music on that one. Young James will not have to shave before he goes to school in the morning. He just got shaved by Mr. Ashley on that pitch with the bases loaded.
Brody Melton steps to the plate. 13-5.
So that counts as an RBI for Mr. Sales. Tough way to get it, but James gets the ribby on that one.
Ball is low, gets away from the catcher, but not far enough to score run number 14.
Let's see if we can keep up with these runners. Dixon should be on third, Dillahay on second, and Sales on first. And I think the scores, is it 13-5?
Yeah, run just scored.
All right, 13-5.
Ashley's pitch, swung on by Melton. Couldn't quite get a hold of it. 2-1 to count.
Well, Melton's already faced Ashley in this inning. The first batter that Ashley faced, he inherited a 3-0 count, got 2 strikes on Brody, and then Brody walked.
There's called strike 2. So 2-2 count with the bases juiced. Tullahoma leading by 8.
Deuce is wild across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Melton grounder to second. That's going to get through and scored at least 2. Lincoln County throws it in to short. Tullahoma leads 15-5. Melton 2 RBI single. As Dillahay and Dixon score.
Well, it sure was, and you're exactly right on that one. It's kind of weird. It looked like the second baseman was playing way far towards first. I mean, giving up the middle of the field on that one to Brody, who normally hits the ball second base and over, and just a big hole right there. And he's still, on these Tullahoma right-handed batters, playing really a lot towards first, more first than he is second, really.
Jaron Morris steps to the plate for the Wildcats. Morris is 0 for 0. He's walked and reached twice on errors.
Sales advances to third.
Let's see if Morris can get an official at bat as that pitch is inside, 1-1.
Yeah, check swing. 15-5, Tullahoma. Tullahoma resting comfortably. This was a 5-5 game, I believe, at one point.
Is it 10 after in the 5th?
Yes.
10 after 5, so
10 after 5.
we can hold them defensively next inning to no runs. Tullahoma will run rule them here.
2-1 to count on Morris, the freshman.
And no steal here, I don't think, by Brody.
Grounder right back to Ashley. He bobbles it, turns, throw to first, low throw, bobbled by the first baseman. Did he pick it up in time? Yes. So the inning mercifully ends for the Lincoln County Falcons. Tullahoma scores 10 runs. We move to the 5th. Wildcats 15, the Falcons 5 on the Light Tube Sports
Never
Network.
miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $12 a month, along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time. receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
So the run rule is 10 runs after 5, so Tullahoma 3 outs away from victory here. And leading off for Lincoln County is the left fielder Braden Cannon against DJ Dillahay, who's in position to pick up the win. Swung on and missed by Cannon.
Oh, we laugh and cut up about Sales getting some chin music, and good thing he wasn't hurt, folks. It just barely skimmed him, but it did look like it pulled a few whiskers off that chin that last at bat, didn't it?
Dillahay's pitch, strike 2.
No, it's really hard to get a gauge tonight of how Tullahoma's played. They have been really, lots of things to clean up. You got to be happy with where we're at now, but they got to clean that defense up and throw more strikes on the mound for sure.
Yeah, both of these teams got a lot of work to do before tournament time. Tullahoma's got to get some people healthy. Swung on and missed by Cannon. And the Wildcats are 2 outs away from a District 8 AAA win here.
Well, what they always say in sports, in baseball, football, basketball, you would rather win ugly than lose pretty.
Absolutely.
Right? That's
and
what we're seeing
the team that makes
tonight.
the most mistakes usually does not win.
Correct.
Colton Monks at the plate for Lincoln County. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Doubled back in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Well, obviously, Coach Moberly told his team to go up there and hit the ball.
Yeah.
Dillahay a little high and inside, 1-1.
Yeah, maybe wanting to hit the local Wendy's before they
head back down Highway 55.
Yeah, head back 55 back to Fayetteville.
Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Because you're right, they're not taking anything. They're swinging at anything that's coming up there right now by Mr. Dillahay. And that's what you want to do. You want to work fast. You got a 10-run lead. You want to get this over with defensively as well. You just want to work quick. You got a 10-run lead and throw strikes.
That's all you want to do.
Keep your fielders alert. No base on balls. Don't let them breathe. Keep the foot on the throat in this situation.
2-2 the count. Our next broadcast will be a week from tonight here at Grider Stadium, the Shelbyville Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles. Good baseball program in their own right. Had some classic battles with the Wildcats over the many years.
Dillahay just missed 3-2.
We mentioned Tullahoma state champions 1974, 1990, state runner-ups 1973, 1986, and 1997.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Also, soccer will be live on LightTube Channel 23 Friday night. Ken, you'll be calling that?
Oh.
Cam Greenway will call it.
Tullahoma scored all 15 runs in just 2 innings tonight, the 2nd and the 4th.
Dillahay's pitch popped toward first, drifting out of play. So this is Harwell, the 3rd baseman. 0 for 1 tonight, struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd. Almost everybody's walked or reached on an error at least once.
Yep, it's an upset if that's not the case by any of these batters, for sure.
Lincoln County jumped on top of Tullahoma 3-0 in the top of the 2nd inning. The Wildcats came back and scored 5. Then the Falcons chipped away and tied the game at 5. And Tullahoma erupted for a run in the, 3rd and 10 in the 9 in the, I don't know. Tullahoma leads by 10. 2 outs.
10 in the 4th and 5 in the 2nd. And so, for the Wildcats, you got to look at the big picture here. They're going to go to 5-2 in the district, beat the top team record-wise. They came in 5-1, did the Falcons.
There's a soft grounder to 3rd. Going to be a tough play to get Harwell. Melton's throw to first gets away from Morris, and Harwell will end up at least at second base.
So it's going to be an E5 on the throw by Melton there. Made a good snag, throwing the ball on the run, wide at first.
Yeah, that ball was softly hit.
Yeah.
That was going to be a tough play for Brody.
Yeah.
Chase Triola will step to the plate. Lincoln County with a runner on second. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Well, this is big. You can't let this run score. The game extends. So you want to keep it at that 10-run threshold there. And, big pitcher, James Sales, he's going to be, got a pitching, some pitching work the other day over last Friday. And so you get him back on the mound, and that's really going to help bolster that pitching rotation for Tullahoma. They need him back out there on the mound, and hopefully maybe we'll see him in district action next week against the Golden Eagles here.
Wildcats had a big weekend. I think I saw where they absolutely drilled South Pittsburgh and Huntland. 2-0 the count as Dillahay trying to close this thing out here with the number 9 hitter for Lincoln County, falling behind 2-0.
Tullahoma lost Will Zebick earlier to an injury, a collision at home plate in the Franklin County series with a runner, and so he's shelved indefinitely. And Brody Melton as well has not pitched in a while. So Tullahoma, Trenton Sholey forced into action tonight as it started. Dillahay's looked good. Sholey looked good at points, but they need some more pitching depth.
2-1 the count
this season.
Swung on and missed, strike 2. So 1 strike away. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner on second.
Dillahay trying to strike out the side here. 1 strike away to end this one.
And Triola fouls it back, stays alive.
Sure did.
Might have swung at ball 3. Might have.
Chase Triola. Certainly you want to get this guy here. Leadoff batter had a 2 RBI double last time up. You don't want him to get up to the plate this inning. Let's end it right here.
Dillahay inside. Full count now to Triola.
And curveball stayed inside, nearly hit the batter. Full count, 2 outs. Wildcat faithful ready to exit this stadium. We get 1 more strike.
There's a grounder to short. Scooped up by Tomlin. Good throw to first, and it's dropped. No, it's caught by Morris, and this ball game is over. Wrap this one in Cardinal and black. The Tullahoma Wildcats win this District 8 AAA contest against the Lincoln County Falcons 15-5. Tullahoma moves to 12-7 overall, 5-1 in District 8 AAA. Again, soccer Friday night on the Light Tube Sports Network. We'll be back here next Tuesday night for baseball, Tullahoma and Shelbyville. That's going to do it from Grider Stadium. Tullahoma a winner over Lincoln County, 15-5. For Chris Barstad and Ken Keller, I'm Scott Chasteen. Be good to each other.